We have some new information to share with you on the Planned Parenthood terrorist Robert Louis Deere. Deere was charged with 2 counts of cruelty to animals in 2002. He had a peeping Tom and eavesdropping charge as well around the same time. He literally hid in the bushes to spy on neighbors. Deere was also involved in at least 2 altercations that never reached the court system. Police records show that in 1997, his wife Pam called police after Deere, quote, took her keys from her and locked her out of their residence. When Pam attempted to enter their shared home through a window, he hit her and pushed her out the window. Okay. So according to the Charleston Post and Courier, Deere was arrested in 1992, quote, for the rape of a woman he accosted at her job at a Charleston mall. When she declined his advances, he stalked her to her home and reportedly raped her at knife point. Deere's second wife testified to attorneys the following. Now, this is, believe it or not, the most important part. I mean, granted, his rap sheet is really long. Now, some of those things were dismissed, just to be clear here. But these are allegations that have been made against him throughout the course of his life. That goes on forever. But in terms of motive, listen to this. So Deere's second wife testified to attorneys the following, quote, he claims to be a Christian and is extremely evangelistic. He says that as long as he believes he will be saved, he can do whatever he pleases. He is obsessed with the world coming to an end. Oh, see, now that is very telling. So, to draw a parallel here, when we on this show covered the Charlie Hebdo terrorist attack, one of the things I stressed is that they repeatedly said, or one of the terrorists said, this is to avenge the prophet. And they screamed Allahu Akbar repeatedly. And we did a segment, for example, going after Ron Paul of all people, because Ron Paul tried to say that the reason why the French cartoonists were killed was because of American foreign policy. What? That is American foreign policy? Yes, when I'm mad at Americans, I always go fuck up a Frenchman. No, that doesn't make any sense. Now, are there cases where foreign policy plays into it and that helps further radicalize people and they do revenge for that? Absolutely. But in Charlie Hebdo, that wasn't the case, in my opinion. Okay, and so another example, if you have somebody who's killed for apostasy and they say, as oftentimes they do, well, we're killing you for apostasy, for leaving the religion, and we don't want you to leave the religion of Islam, and the punishment is death, we're going to kill you. We're going to kill you. So, when that happens, what do the right-wingers say? What do the Republicans say? Oh, my God. Look at this. It's jihad. It's linked to the ideology and the belief system, and clearly this is extremist religious thinking, and usually they actually take it a step further than they should, and they go on, if they're right-wingers, to generalize about all Muslims, which doesn't make sense. But bottom line is, they see the link between belief, religious belief, and action when it comes to the other. But when it comes to them, oh, no. They were trying to argue that this wasn't even a Planned Parenthood attack. The people were killed in a Planned Parenthood. The right-wingers were like, no, it was a bank robbery that went wrong, and by the way, this guy's a transgendered leftist. What the fuck? Total bullshit, totally made up. All the facts say the opposite. It wasn't a Planned Parenthood. He said no more baby parts when he got arrested. People say he is extremely religious and he is extremely conservative. But they're like, no, don't talk about that. Do not talk about beliefs. Do not talk about the ideology. And do not talk about the actions that they took because this is a Christian, religious, right-wing nut. Because it's linked to them. So now, oh, no, don't talk about that. Shh. Guys, I want to repeat it one more time because it's so telling. He claims to be a Christian and is extremely evangelistic. He says that as long as he believes he will be saved, he can do whatever he pleases. So he's giving himself permission as a result of his religious beliefs. Well, hey, if Jesus is going to forgive me no matter what, if I say a few Hail Marys and an Our Father, fuck it, I'm going to do whatever I want and then just say sorry later on. He's rationalized this. He's thought about this. He's internalized the belief system and the value system, and then he's acting accordingly with that and giving himself permission to give in to his worst impulses. And again, he is obsessed with the world coming to an end. The battle of ideas is always important when you're fighting fundamentalists. Whether they're Islamic fundamentalists, Christian fundamentalists, Hindu fundamentalists. For example, the Hindu Taliban, as they've been referred to recently, has been viciously repressing the Muslim community in India, to the point where if they think you've eaten some beef, they'll fucking lynch your ass. We've covered the stories on the show. So the problem is the fundamentalism. The problem is the tribalism and the extremism and the ideology itself. And we need to fight back in that realm of ideas everywhere where we see this problem arise. And in the case of this Planned Parenthood terrorist, yes, that is a major factor in why he did what he did.